Uh-oh. I left my glasses. Hello, Ruby. I left my glasses, so I will be right back. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. I'm looking for my glasses. I'm still in the ether of existence. Oh, they're right here. All right. I've returned from the Easter. Hello, Bong Ripper. Hello, Ruby. Hello, D. Hello, Patrick. So, glad you located them. Thank you, Tyler. Hello, Destiny. Hello, Virginia. Hello, Freestyle. Hello, American Badias. Hello, Queenie. Welcome back, Queenie. Welcome back, Birds for the Win. Oh. Thank you for the likes, Tyler. How y'all doing? Hello, I make. Hello, Lore. Ugh. Hello, Black Sky. Cause aside from just needing them to live. Hello, Hearts. Hello, Georgia. Hello, Hybrid. Hello, Thorn. I use my laptop so I can see the chat better. It helps because I got this stigmatism. Oof. Thank you so much for the likes and the shares. Already at 1K likes. Thank you so much. Hello, Hearts of Change. Hello, Team of the 90s. Oh, I'll also share the live. Hello, Truth Seeker. Hello, Dawson. It has been a while since I've been live this late. All right. Hello, Linda Hillwig. Y'all, please do share the live so we can get people in the panel. The panel is open. Opposition is welcome. But I do not allow up the same opposition. I don't allow this up the same people as opposition because they never have any new talking points. I'm not one of those live streamers that just lit up the same harmful people repeatedly. My keyboard, oof. Hello, running. J so silent, 4B will fail. Okay, then let it fail. Not your business. Good evening, Earthlings who come in petty. Hey! How you doing, heckin' aliens? Hope your day is going well. It's all good. Thank you, running between spaces. Hello, One Way. Hello, Queen Diva. Hello, Juan. Well, Steve, 4B is a hate movement. Okay. Explain how you feel threatened. Hello, M3 Designs. Can you come up? I want you to explain how you feel threatened by 4B. You can come up, but I can't invite you. Come up. If you're gonna go so far as to say it's a hate movement, then you need to come up here and explain how you are threatened by it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Anyway. Alright. Oh, Axel. Wait, this is... Okay, here we go. Now I'm back on track. Uh, Elementary school are closing down in America because of low birth rates. It's hating on men. Like, thank you for the follow, Blanca. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Real reason behind immigration. Nah, you don't just get to just talk shit in the chat, dog. I said come up. So you're gonna come up or you're not gonna engage at all. You have enough people to come up, there's no excuse. Hello, Oregon Patrick. Hey. Hello, Brooks. Hey, Leona.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, Sean. Hey, James. How you doing? Hello, Nicole. Hello, Allie. Hello, Marshall. Hello, Angela. How was work, Stacy?
It was.
Fair enough. The fact that they had y'all come back into the office is cruel. Is just cruel.
They,
Uh,
yeah, 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 it's
yeah,
something. It
yeah,
wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. It was just annoying because the whole time I feel like I'm backed into a corner with my hands tied and then I'm just being bullied. So, like, whatever. I'm just going to do my work, keep my head down, and uh, yeah,
yeah. That's the life we
yeah,
have to live under capitalism.
yep, yep. But I don't have to do it again for almost 2 weeks. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's just a
It's a
really
hybrid.
contentious environment.
It's hybrid. It's every other week.
Okay. No, I was just saying, is it like a
Uh,
really like unnecessarily contentious environment? Like what y'all doing, what the drama and the bullshit is about don't even have nothing to do with what y'all doing.
oh no, they're just no longer accepting ADHD and anxiety accommodations from doctors. They make the determination if we're fit to be in the office or not instead of our doctors. They no longer take the doctor's note. It's straight up discrimination. But
Yeah,
like, what do I do?
basically.
What do I do? I can fight them, but like I'm gonna get fired. So like, what do I do?
This is why we need UBI so people aren't afraid to invoke their rights
Right.
because they don't have to worry about like going poor because
Right.
it's like sue anyway. Ain't it I've been living on mutual aid for a long time now, so if somebody tried to do that to me, I would say like, yeah, I would just pursue them and go back to living off of mutual aid. But like I know that not everybody can do that and you have a child to worry about, so I'm not gonna make
Right.
any suggestions.
Yeah, yeah, it would be really bad. Unless I started something now, then they actually wouldn't be able to do the X word, um, because then that would 100% look like retaliation. So it would protect me a little bit, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I'm just going to keep having my doctors submit more and more and more accommodation requests, and I'll just overwhelm them with request after request after request. And if I have to go to multiple doctors, then that's what I'll do. I'm just going to
Well,
annoy the fuck out of them.
and it's, I mean, like don't let all that work go to waste because at some point you'll have like a paper trail and to be able to prove that they're discriminating against you, and then you can sue them And then you won't have to worry about working because you'll be living off their money for free.
Right. I mean, I've been at home for 4 years. Come on, and I meet all of my reviews. Like, there's no reason. They have no valid reason. You know, it's not like I've been
Yeah.
in trouble. I don't have any like marks against me. Nothing. So
And even if
it's
you
just
did, and even if you
it's
did,
yeah, yeah. There's just no reason on their end, none, other than the fact that they're ableist. Like, that's it.
right. Hello, Wait West. Hey, CJ. Well, I'm glad that you
Yeah.
survived the day, and I hope that you get what you need more sooner than later, or a better job, whatever that looks like for you. Hey, how was happy? So they didn't have happy hour for food at the place that we went. They only had happy hour for drinks. They did have a lunch special that we missed. I didn't know that they had a lunch special, but but the food was still great. I no complaints. They gave they served large portions too. A lot of places in Minnesota serve large portions, and that place was no different. So it was all worth every penny, and it was great. Oh dang, good. Y'all had yep, we did have a great time. Yeah. Hello, Springy Spring. Um, Not the passport bros fake starting the 4G movement. I saw that. I was just in a live that had the 4Gs. And apparently somebody has now made the 4Gs for them. Hey Jasmine. You can come up if you want. If you don't want to come up, that's fine.
I put
And
my
it just
suggestion
said,
for oh,
oh, put your suggestion in for what?
I put my suggestion in for what the G's could stand for in the comments earlier,
Please.
but you had so many comments.
Oh, well, go ahead and if you don't mind reiterating, please do.
Trigger warning: graping, groping, gross, go away, germs, get the fuck out of here, go heal. Like, it could be a lot of things.
Yeah, for real. Ain't it? Ain't it? How you doing, Bex? But yeah, so somebody said the live that I was in before I went live said no time, no preservation, no smecks, and okay, no time, no preservation, no smecks. I forgot what the other one was. But
Hiding,
no what?
no providing.
Yeah, it's got to be
Oh, I thought
money.
that was preservation. I thought that's what preservation meant. But okay, no providing.
Oh,
Okay,
I
it
so
saw
might be.
I saw the four B's and they had no kids, no time, no providing, no I'm missing one. Damn it.
Smacks.
no
Yeah,
smacks.
that's it. That's it. So no kids, no smacks, no time, no providing. I think that's a fair deal. I support the 4G movement.
I support the 4G move. I support the 4G movement. Leave women the fuck alone. Bye. I'm gonna make y'all know I'm gonna make that a background, right?
I would encourage it. I support the 4B movement.
Yep.
I'm
4B or 4G.
oh shit. Everybody go back to your corner.
Everybody go back to your corner. I love that.
Do they
Everybody
not
go back to your corner,
realize
man.
that? Do they not realize though that they're like it's the same like counter protest to other movements? You know, like we say ACAB, they say thin blue line. Like, we, it's so
It's like
frustrating.
it's not even that new. It goes all the way back to Mother's Day and Father's Day. Mother's Day was made by women as an anti-war protest, and then they made Father's Day just because they were jealous of Mother's Day after the wars ended. That's all that is.
We could
It's
probably name off 100 of them right now.
I mean, it's literally why we have gynecology. It only exists because male doctors felt left out.
Wait, what? What? Gynecology or proptology?
No, no, no. Go ahead and hit the Googles. Gynecology, where they're looking at your lady parts only exists because male doctors wanted to stop nurses and RNs from taking that role and midwives.
Huh.
Helios, do you know why the common way to give birth is laying down? It used to be
Uh,
sitting
a,
up in a
a
chair.
king. A king had a. It is speculated that one of the kings had a fetish for for birthing,
Yeah,
so you would lay
he wanted to be
down
able to
so he
see
could
it
see.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking disgusting.
And now we do it because doctors have better access that way.
Who's fussing, Angelina? You don't like history?
Yo, just look for something to fuss about. I mean, if you don't like fussing, then keep scrolling. Ain't nobody holding a gun to your head. Fucking leave. I keep seeing this. What is 4B movement all about? 4B is like 2024 WGTOW. It's women going their own way. No sex, no dating, no child rearing, no taking care of men, like whatsoever. And going to be focusing on being in community with each other. I'm looking at, why does gynecology exist? Why does gynecologists do rectal exams? I mean, that's your whole pelvic area. Gynecology exist. I'm just putting in, why does gynecology exist? Okay, thank you for explaining it. You're good. Um, 10 reasons to explain why men became gynecologists. Well, this explains why they became gynecologists. I guess it's the same thing. Oh, there's a paywall. All right. I'm gonna get back to the comments though. Um, I think men gynecologists are weird. I mean, for me, if you're trained to do the job, do the job. Hey Timus, hello, happily in love. I'm going in for that on the 11th. Yikes. Hey, if you feel better with a woman, get a woman. Hey Charlie, how you doing? I'm so glad it's the weekend. Hell yeah. Had a guy claim he could fix my asexuality, so I'm so down with to be left the heck alone. Yeah, for real. Um, do they really have better access, or do they say that? The answer is definitive. Squatting is more natural and works without bodies, not against not against. So for some people, like some people do need to lay down because they have back problems. But like for the majority of people, either squatting or getting into prone position works better because it's easier to push when you're on all fours and you push, or squatting, you push. I
I
know
was
someone that
born in a
knows
chair.
someone. Hell yeah, I know someone whose friend had all of her babies on all fours, and she pushed them out that way.
I just don't. I'm not signing up to do that. To the mothers out there, I thank y'all for your service. To the fathers out there, I thank you. I'm not pushing nothing out of me for anybody. So I appreciate those of you who do. Those of you who are strong. Keep up
Yeah,
the good.
he was a good word. Yeah, hello Octavia. I just wanted to say hello to Octavia because I love that name, Octavia. I love names that start with O, especially OV, and then go from there. Um, Even though it's OC. I'm not gonna try to spell your name. I'm not gonna butcher your shit. What is 4B? I'm going to use this and hopefully it will work. I didn't edit it before I came on. So let's see about it. All right. Oh, that's very high up there. I'll fix that later. But the 4B is WGTOW, women going their own way. No relationships with men. They're going to go build their own communities with other women. Wow, that makes so much sense. Yep. Oh, it didn't change. Hang on, y'all.
I saw the four B's behind you. If that's what you were showing.
Yeah, it's just really high up. I'll fix it later so it can be more accommodatable for a host thing. Hey, C Tang. Um, Jasmine,
If you put
Stacy,
it,
how y'all doing?
hi, salty leftist, I'm good. If you put it on the grid, it should work perfect. It just
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
like the panel because it pushes it all the way up and all the way down. But yeah, the grid, it'll fit.
Okay, I'll edit it later. Right, as of right now, I don't mind explaining it. A little girl, Indica. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, we're all just hanging in there under capitalism. That's for damn sure. Bex, how are you doing? Um, Hello, Art. And I watched somebody. I watched a video before I came in here. I put it in the drafts for now. I'm gonna put it out tomorrow because I already put out a lot of videos for today. Some guy saying that the movement is misandrist and satanic, and it's like good. Like these men are really out here telling on themselves. Hey, fails. If they like no one, nobody's gonna leave their healthy relationship. Everybody out here who's saying shit like that, they know they're pieces of shit and they're scared. They're intimidated by a vocal movement of like we're not gonna tolerate your shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of our current economy. Me either. Oh, Jasmine, how was your meetings?
I got into an argument with then, but luckily, like, it got really heated when there was like 1 minute left, and I was like, "Thank you for your time," and I hung up.
Oh,
um, yeah, the other meetings were good. I never understand when people come to my meetings and then they'll like not research anything about me or like the stuff, but then they'll be like, "Well, what do you want to do with this information?" Absolutely nothing. I don't have time for side quests. And he didn't appreciate that. So,
oh well.
yeah,
Get dunked on. Should have read up.
not even that. But like, if you tell me you've been working on something for 13 years and you have no colleagues, that means something is wrong, right? That means there's a reason either A, nobody wants to work with you. And then he like threw out, he was like, "Well, I work with Jesse Jackson." I know you don't. Because Jesse Jackson don't do any fucking work. He could, like, that was my red.
And
So, yeah.
ugh, rip.
But I told Stacy, because Stacy had a hard day, that I would hang out with them on live if that's what they wanted.
Yeah, here we are. That's what's up.
And
I also had to run out and get some antacids because I had chocolate and tomatoes.
how was your date, though? Was that fun?
Yeah, that was super fun. Oh, we have somebody in the panel. Oh, and speaking of the sun that shines, he just sent me a message, and I asked him to show me what merch they have at the show he's going to. He does mask from now on, so
Oh, I'm glad you guys
hopefully.
were out.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm glad you guys were able to work that out. I'm glad he chose health.
Yeah, for real. Let's see what we got. Oh man. Ugh. So, desktop, uh, desktop Facebook Messenger won't show me pictures, so I'm going to see what picture he sent me. Oh, I'm kind of afraid to leave the app. Send it on Telegram.
That's one way.
Desktop Messenger hates pictures. All right, cool. Oh, thank y'all for the shares and thank you so much for the likes. I already had 6K likes. Let's get to 10K likes, y'all. And please do share the live. Let's get to 20 shares so we can get people in here and get some get a conversation going. Opposition is welcome. Bam. All right.
Hey
And I'm gonna
y'all.
go open Telegram. All right. Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I'd actually just got into a fight with a comrade today, unfortunately.
Damn, what happened?
So, they were talking bad about Jasmine's gun reform policy or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh well, I don't think we should be teaching kids how to use even if they're not real guns, to do target practice and stuff. And so I told them, I said, you see that there's gun safety on there, right? And they're like, no, it just says target practice. And I'm like, what website are you looking at? And they're like, Jasmine Sherman 2024, the one, their website. And I said, have you looked at their new website that's not on Wix and they've updated it? And they're like, no. And I said, okay, so you should probably go look at that first. And then he didn't. So then I educated him on it. I said, they updated it, and they made it so that it was gun safety first, and then it was target practice second, so that they knew how to operate them, um, including, like, how to put the safety on, all those things, not to point it at people because it does awful things. That's the whole point of the target practice, is to show them, just even with airsoft guns, that it can do damage, let alone what a real bullet would do, right?
Yeah.
And then they said, well, I just think that that's going to increase the amount of mass, pew pews. I don't want to say that word on here. I don't know if that's bad. And I said, how is education going to increase it when we have 4, 5, 6-year-olds playing Fortnite and Apex Legends that, like, cartoonize, make it to,
Yeah.
like, to where, like, you take somebody out and then they drop a loot box, right? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
I
respawn. We don't respawn.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't respawn. Like,
I mean, I get what you're
that's
saying. Like this, it's just really, it's really like stupefying children. Like children can understand things, bro. Calm down. Thank you so much
you know
for
what
the
he
shares,
said.
Clover.
He said
What's up?
he said no. You tell them no, that it's bad and that it can hurt them. And I said, do you have kids? And he said no. I said, okay, so if I tell my 4-year-old son to not pick up that thing off the table and throw it on the ground, guess what the next thing he's going to do is
Mm-hmm.
pick it up and throw it on the ground. Kids don't
Not
listen.
somebody who doesn't have kids. That's somebody who doesn't have kids or does like, or even nieces and nephews trying to like, ugh. If you don't have kids and you never even babysat or you don't have nieces and nephews and shit, shut the fuck up.
So, may I ask a dumb question? What
Go ahead.
county currently running has a firearms policy that they do like?
That part. I said the same thing too. I said, even if you don't agree with every single thing that Jasmine says and their policy and what their team has written up, um, find me a different candidate that has anything close to their policy level. Not even
Yeah.
just on gun reform, but also on the other 29 policies that they have on there.
Like, let's be real about it. Like,
Like,
what? Okay, what do you
I even
suggest?
looked it up and, like, pulled it up to, like, and I was like, and then he said, I don't think that we should be giving gun licenses to kids in high school. And I said, so I don't know where you grew up at, but I know kids when I was a kid that were going out hunting with their grandparents and their fathers and mothers when they were in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, using weapons. So I don't understand why you think that kids in high school wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, for real. Okay, somebody asked me a question. I just joined. What education program are we talking about? We're talking about one of Jasmine's policies. We're talking about Jasmine's gun policy. But we can definitely pivot back to the topic.
Yeah, I didn't want
But
to take over
I
your live. I just wanted to talk to Jasmine about that for like 2 seconds. So
You know why?
for
I
sure.
can tell you not to argue with motherfuckers on my behalf, respectfully. I don't know how
I
many,
know.
but like,
It's
no,
not. Well,
you
hang
don't.
on. It's not that. It's just that like this is already his friend, and he's trying to like talk to him and trying to reason with him. It's I
Right.
mean it's like pick the battles that suit you, right? And
Like, it
at the
wasn't a
same time, it's
rando.
like
No, no, but
yeah,
Yeah, like,
and
it wasn't a
also it's like
rando,
it's
And
somebody
plus,
who
that's a
has
comrade. So,
kids.
like, if anybody should be, like, wanting, like, education and, like, training and stuff like that, it would be a comrade. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you
So, like,
and really like Jasmine.
I have a
Sometimes
hot
you just got
take.
to go through. Hang on. Sometimes you just have to go through it with people to see who they really are. It's
that's
like and it's
But my question is, why bring it? Like, he came up and said, I wanted to talk to Jasmine about it. Why? When I have already said, don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you allowed to
Okay,
have those
you're right.
conversations if you want to have those conversations. But I have specifically said I don't need to be a part of those kinds of conversations because those don't that how does that help me? How does that feel productive for me?
Okay,
Because
I feel
that
that.
was all I'm saying. Like, I'm telling people, like, if I already told you, like, I appreciate capitalism, but we've gone through this several times. I go through this with many people. Just because you want to keep beating your head into a wall with somebody, friend or not, that's not the strategy I've advised you on. That's not anything I've suggested. So when people, like, if you a friend in an abusive relationship and I say, hey, I can't do that for my mental health, at what point am I respected?
No, you right. You
That's
right.
true. Stacy, what's your hot take? Oh, you got a crown. Eat.
Thank you.
My hot take is everybody's not your comrade. You may agree on like two things or have like a label that matches, but you really start digging into those questions that really show you where they're at in their thought process. Unfortunately, not everybody's your comrade. That was my hot take.
That's true. I mean, like we know that, right? But we don't figure that out until we have a conversation. Does Blue Bear ever do
Right.
lives with you, Jasmine? Yeah, Tanda does lives with Jasmine sometimes.
Well, I'm gonna drop down so we can get back to the wig towel.
Okay, cool. Right on. Thank you for coming up,
Oh,
Bales.
actually, if you wanna drop me, if I know it's better for your
Oh,
algorithm.
okay.
Hi, Jordan.
Terrible to see you.
Hello, Sant? Ah, little crown. I'm royalty. Um, yeah, it's just, hello, Mr. Wonderful. Yeah, it's just like a matter of you have to have these conversations to figure out who is and who isn't. Do you work with Jasmine's campaign? I have not had volunteer orientation yet. I'm going to schedule that with the person. I actually forgot to schedule that with the person earlier because it's just easier to do it on my phone, but I'll do it after the live. Um, but Stacy is a staffer, so Sente. Okay, sorry about that, Sente. Good night. Have a great live. Thank you so much for coming in, Clover Brick. Um, hey, sweet. Keep going. Keep going. What? Yeah, but yeah, WGTOW, and so WGTOW it was a term coined in the early 2000s. Y'all can look up what WGTOW is. The information is still available. Um, just generate a QR for the poster. I wanted to ask,
That's fine.
RQ, okay, RQ, okay, because I don't want any mess. What are you talking about? Messing around with links. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine to do that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I guess like you can have a QR code up in your live and people can screenshot it and then read it right on their phones in their Lens. Their Lens app, whether they use Microsoft Lens or Google Lens. Um
Someone asked what inspired you to join the movement.
okay, what inspired me to join the movement? Um the fact that they're like, so full disclosure, I am a trans man. I still very much have my uterus and ovaries, and I am affected by the recession in reproductive rights. So that's why I'm here. The panel can also answer this question on why you join the movement or why you support the movement.
I support the movement because I support anything that doesn't hurt somebody else. If you want to do it, I want you to do it. I think one of the things that I thought was really interesting was the data that came out. Right now, I see some pushback from people in South Korea saying that the 4B movement does. and it's a Western thing. But then I also saw an article that says 150 schools have no first grade class. So something is happening. Somebody's doing something if there's no kids. And I just think that that's something that's really, I think that in America, children are the least protected individuals. And so if a movement like this will stop people from being in families that are not healthy, I support that. I know a lot of people are focused on the single individuals aspect, but how many women do we know are living with narcissists? How many women do we know are trapped in relationships because of financials, right? So if men want to go their own way with the 4G movement and women want to go their own way with the 4B movement, I'm fine with that.
I agree with Jasmine. I support the movement. I don't participate in it. I'm dating a man, and I don't even have a uterus. I had it removed in January. But yeah, I definitely support it. If this is what is best for the women around me, or the trans men around me, or just men and women who sleep with men, or men who sleep with men, or date men, if this is what is best for them, then I absolutely support it 100%. We can't hear you.
Thank you for letting me know. Also, the algorithm can tell when my mouth is moving. It does give me a notification at the very top of my screen. I just wish that notification was bigger. Um, that's how you know they're watching us. Is it just about women decentering men, but everyone doing it? Yeah, it can definitely be about everyone doing it. It doesn't have to be women. It can be bisexual and gay men as well, and also trans men. Like, it can be about everyone. Everyone who has the capacity to have sex with men or give birth. All of us decenter men. I'm very new to it, and I love hearing everyone's perspective on this for sure. Hello, Kelly. I'm gonna let up Leona. If anybody else wants to come up, please do come up. We are allowing opposition. Stacy, what's up?
As a person who is raising my son, um, I also can be teaching him these things. Like, just because you're a boy, like he's a boy right now, right? I'm just assuming that he's going to grow up to be a man, but I have no idea, right? Um, you you aren't like owed somebody to date you. You aren't owed these things. So like, I could be teaching, like, the more we talk about these during the day, like for the last week, I'm thinking of ways like, how can this change my parenting?
Yeah. Hello, humble
I
narrator.
don't know if anybody else has thought about that, but like, that's what I'm thinking, especially when
A
we were
lot of
talking
people
about the
are
other
thinking
day.
that though. I didn't mean to
Right.
cut you off. I'm
I've always
sorry.
been, I've always thought about how can I change my parenting just in general, but like this specifically, because there is a big difference between a person who happens to have a son versus somebody who is a boy mom, right? Like,
Right.
that conversation really got me thinking. But yeah, I'm raising a boy right now, and so it's on me to instill the right ideas into him, and the right thought processes around consent and just all of these things. So I don't know. It's just giving me a different way to think about things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Alphabet. Leona, please go ahead. What do you think about the topic?
Helios, I love this topic so much, and I'm going to start with and lead in any trans girls that are listening right now, any trans women who are listening right now, with no qualifiers. Listen to the people who are affected by this movement, who are leading this movement, and accomplice to them, support them, share their lives, like them up, everything you can. And for those trans girls like myself who have ever seen medical journals announcing the possibility that uteruses might become available to us in our future, we need to be thinking about this movement now. We need to think about what decisions we want to be making with that possibility, with that chance. Our own bodies, the mentorship that we're going to give to younger trans women. Be thinking about these decisions, about what you're going to want to be doing with your body. Listen to people who have uteruses and have reasons that they are speaking about that they want to be without uteruses. Listen to the people who have skin in the game. If you think you might have skin in the game, be listening to these stories and these conversations right now. If you're a trans girl like me, listen, sit and listen and support. That's all I have.
You're good. Thank you for saying that, Leona. And trans women are a part of the movement because trans women like experience their own section of violence under the patriarchy, so much to the point where they had to make trans panic laws where it's explicitly not okay to delete someone's life because you didn't like what you saw when y'all got frisky. So yeah, we all have skin in the game, for real. And I'm and thank goodness for medical technology. I hope everything works out with that. There are plenty of people who would gladly donate their uterus and ovaries.
That's got to be like the dozenth time I've heard that, and I am grateful. Like, thank you. Maybe someday. But I'm also listening to people who say they have one, they don't want it. Here are the reasons. I'm taking those reasons into consideration. That's important to think about. Don't just go jumping into something. If you're like me, you're thinking about this, don't just go jumping into it as soon as it becomes available.
But listen,
Right, of course.
Put me on the donor list. I got a uterus for take it. I will give it away. Oh my gosh.
One day, thank you.
But here's the craziest part about what we're all talking about. What's wrong with that? Because I know there's somebody in here who's not saying anything yet that's gonna have a problem with that. But I don't see any problems. If y'all want some of these titties too, come now. Listen, I like some of what I got, so I'm willing to give you half of those. But take all the I feel like we have the ability, we have technology that's coming. We could make people's lives much better. When I and I want to be truth. The only thing I hate about having a uterus is the menstrual cycle and the pain associated with having a menstrual cycle. It's paralyzing for me. But other than that, I mean, it didn't all been bad, it's just it's not for me. So if I could give mine away, I'd love to put myself on a donor list.
Yeah, for real. Y'all, let's get FYP in the chat. Thank you so much for 14K likes. Let's get to 20K likes. The shares are at 28. Let's get the shares up to 30. And yeah, they're when they come out with that, I'm also getting on the list because it's I'm not gonna use it. And I also have very harsh menstrual, I guess, symptoms, if you want to call it. It wasn't that bad this last time I took my birth control out and I let myself menstruate for a few months, but it's just a lot. And it's another set of expenses. They're people with uteruses that are already poor and then they have that other expense and everything that comes with it. It's for some people it's not worth it, especially if you're not going to use it anyway. So yeah, when they're like, "Hey, we can do this," and they start making a donor list, if I still have mine and it's still doing the thing, I'm like, "All right, sign me up. Let's go. Let's do the thing."
I learned something. Can we talk about periods real quick?
Yeah,
I learned something last week or the week before, and I guess I probably should have known this, but I never connected the dots. Period blood has stem cells in it.
Yeah, South Park
Like
told us.
we,
You ain't watched South Park as a child. South Park, when Cartman got all them stem cells. That's what we learned about.
I learned about so
okay, but
I know about the South Park episode, but I learned about menstrual cycles having stem cells in them when they tried to ban stem cell research because they were making a big deal about how the stem cells come from fetuses. And it's like, well, we have stem cells in our menstruation. Let's
right,
use the stem cells from menstrual blood.
right. But think of the stigmatization that goes towards period blood. Everybody's like, ah, and freaked out about it to the point where we consider it disposable. But we could be doing something with that for that's super beneficial. Yet we put all of this money into stem cell research, and then we have to go into people's bone marrow and stuff. We literally could just be collecting this. It's liquid gold.
Literally. But it's like, another country's just gonna hop on this. Like it's only in America where we're having this issue. A different country can just hop on this, be innovative in stem cell research, and then America gets left behind in yet another thing that would help develop better resolutions for humanity, and we just continue to be an arms dealer, and that's what we want. That's all we want. Go ahead, Jasmine.
Just to answer the question, all medical procedures regarding your internal, external, your physical body, your mental health, all of that's covered under your universal health care. If you are someone that needs a BBL, damn it, you need a BBL. If you are someone that has a BBL and your legs don't match, this will let you get an opportunity to get it all right or take it out. I do know we hold ourselves back. The patriarchy holds ourselves back. We have not done a lot of research or testing on women's bodies or the things that women produce. We just now started using menstrual blood for menstrual products, right? We are so far behind in general.
Exactly. And dental. Brandy said dental as well. What's your opinion on straight cis men wanting to be a part of 4B? I've had a few mansplain it to me. Anybody can be an ally, but they need to be in this movement with the understanding that it is specifically about decentering them. Like there so the problem with feminism is that like feminism is an autonomous movement and anybody can be a part of it, including people who want to say that they identify with the cause to be manipulative and think that they're doing something. So like it's just more men telling on themselves. And the easier they make it for other people to identify the toxic ones, the better. So that's what I think about that. The panel can go next. Stacy, Jasmine, and then Leona can answer.
I'm gonna pass and give my time. I've talked a lot.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Jasmine.
Yeah, I support people doing if you're not hurting anybody, and I mean mentally or physically, if you're not hurting anybody, I want you to live how you want to live. If you think that this is something that you can get behind as a cisgendered man, go ahead and get behind it. I do feel like I don't know if people understand that the movement's not a temporary thing. People participate with the understanding that they're never going back to men. It's a rejection, like a permanent thing. So I think people should keep that in mind as well.
Leona, you can answer next.
Oh, I don't know if my answer is going to be all that great. My feelings on the matter. So this is personal. This is opinion. I I just would not trust someone who speaks to being a cis male and supporting this movement. I could not bring myself to trust that. I'm not sure I can articulate why off the top of my head. That said, I have some responsibilities that I need to take care of in my home. If I understand right, dropping me is more effective for you. So please keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for speaking up and supporting trans women who are supporting this movement, because we need to be paying attention and listening. Thank you.
So I'm going to go off of Leona's point, not assuming what Leona was going to say. But for me, like heterosexual cisgender men that are being supportive of the movement but taking the opportunity to mansplain are just telling on themselves. They're pretending to be feminists so they can infiltrate groups, but they don't understand that 4B isn't a group. It's an autonomous movement. Any feminist books you recommend? So I'm a zine person. I like short format. Let's get to the point. So I don't know if my zine recommendations would really do anything because I don't know what's available locally or online, and I also don't want to assume where you are. But if anyone on the panel has any feminist book recommendations, or anybody else in the chat has any feminist book recommendations, please do go ahead. Um, if either of y'all have one, Jasmine, you can go first, and people can just post their recommendations in the chat.
I think you should look at "Rest is a Resistance: A Manifesto" by Trisha Hershey. Bell Hooks, all about the love. Bell Hooks is just amazing in general. You could look up "The Womanist Reader." That's the socialist science book. Um, yeah, I would give you. I think that's a good start. Um, oh, and Ain't I a Woman by Bell Hooks. That's important as well.
Yeah. Oh, we have somebody
And
in the thing. Hello,
I,
Israel. Hello,
I
Alexandria.
did want to be transparent though. I was asked about feminist books, and I haven't read any feminist books. The books I gave you were womanist books. So the two are a little different, but I think you could get what you wanted from the feminist book through the womanist book.
Okay. How you doing?
Hey everybody.
Hey, Yusuf,
Um.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm a little milkshake.
Yo, did you get caught up in the second round?
I was home for all of it, but I felt bad. The kitty was scared.
What are y'all talking about?
The earthquakes in New York and New Jersey today. It's funny
Oh, there was more
because,
than one.
yeah, well, there was aftershocks. So,
Okay.
but Kathy Hochul, the governor, she was like, the earthquake came from west of Manhattan, and everyone was like, "You mean New Jersey?"
Uh-huh. Why was she so reluctant to say New Jersey?
I think it's just a New York thing. It was just funny to me.
No, so New Jersey got hit twice. The aftershocks, like they technically got it worse than New York. Like people felt it, but
I do have a lot of recommendations for feminists and one more womanist book though.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Feminine Mystique by Betty Friedman is another one. The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir is another one. But also forewarning, both of those are white feminist literatures. I mean, not that they're completely
I was gonna ask
disposable,
you
but
about.
they're very second wave of feminism.
I was gonna ask you about your opinion on the feminine mystique because I didn't care for, like, I tried to get into it and I couldn't. Um, what did you think of her book?
Honestly, I spent about 5 minutes in non-intersectional feminism. Um, and I read those books during that time. I'm not gonna lie, they bored the hell out of me.
Because so that's the thing. I do hear a lot of people who will go, "Oh, I read the feminine mystique and it changed my life," and I'm thinking, how? So
Right.
I wanted a chance to talk to somebody about it, but maybe I should just like start a book club live. I miss Disaster Girl because I have you read it? Has anybody else read the Feminine Mystique?
I have not, but like real
It's
quick,
old.
I, I'm gonna I'm gonna say hey to Caboose because I haven't seen Caboose in like I
Oh, hey,
literally haven't
Caboose.
seen you in like a long ass time, dude. How are you doing?
Ah, struggling. Yeah, I ain't been on TikTok in like a year. Then somebody reached out to me on Facebook and said somebody was asking about me, so checking on me. So I scrolled through last night and today,
Right
just
on.
seeing
Hey
who's
Jeff.
who, seeing who's on here.
Oh, that's what's
But I
up. I'm
appreciate the
glad that.
check-in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Oh
I
yeah,
see
Hood
you, Big
Feminism
Species.
by Mickey Kendall is a good one too. They said in
Mm-hmm.
the comments. And I just got this one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's thick. It's about a little bit less than a Bible. But it's called All the Women Are White, All the Blacks Are Men, but Some of Us Are Brave, Black Women Studies. It's by Patricia Bell Scott, Gloria T. Hull, and Barbara Smith.
Okay.
What's the title of it so I can buy it real quick?
It's called All the Women Are White, All the Blacks Are Men, but Some of Us Are Brave.
Okay. Hello, First Lady. Hello, Smashed Yams. Caboose, have you heard anything about this yet, or are you just now getting back into the swing of things?
Yeah, I haven't heard of it till yesterday, but I've been reading up on it because that's what you do. Um, yeah, it seems pretty solid because yeah, men are gross. I mean, it's doesn't take much work, and you just don't do the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Pretty simple. Um,
yeah, don't
so,
really. Oh, sorry.
oh no, you're good. It's just trying to fill the room with noise. Oh, Piper.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, don't really affect me too much because discovered I'm kind of gender fluid and yeah, pan. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like it's just there are a lot of angry AMABs who are like, how dare you not let us abuse you anymore. And like what
yeah,
really gets me as a black person is a lot of the black men who are like, the white women have infected our women with this idea that this movement will work, and they're taking our women away from us. And it's like, do you realize you sound like YT supremacists? Like, the reason why YT men don't like black men is because of like uh their different races like breeding together and like breeding out whiteness, which is like the replacement theory thing. It's like, do you understand that you sound like them when you fucking say that? Like, because you're reinforcing the patriarchy with ownership over your women, quote unquote. Like, how about this? How about they're not your women? They are their own. They are black women, not your women. And you go sit down somewhere and you figure out how to be a better person.
yeah. All the arguments I hear against it are like incel, misogynist shit, and it's like, nah, these are people, bro.
Yes, hate it for
uh,
you.
yeah, I'm of the mind that anyone who like maintains cis or hetero, they'll mature out of it eventually, or they'll just,
Eventually.
yeah, maybe.
Part I've supremacy. They don't have.
I just
Highly
I just
recommend.
wanted
Somebody posted a book recommendation in the chat real quick. Highly recommended Against the Loveless World by Susan Adu Ed Abul Hawa. Hopefully I said that right. Against the Loveless World. Stacy, please go ahead.
oh, that's what I was going to point out, like that there was a book recommendation, so nobody missed it.
Okay.
And somebody said in the chat, I think it was today or yesterday, femcel, and that was just
It was
fun.
today. It was
Yeah, that's
today.
just it's just fun. I love it. I love plays on words.
Themsel. Oh, what you call it? Alexandria left. Okay. I hope you have a good day, Alexandria. Hello, Tess BRB. Thanks for having me. You're good. Hey, Piper. How's it going? You gotta unmute, Piper.
I think it's going good. They said they put some 100 proof something in their coffee, so probably going pretty good over there.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, surely I read that wrong.
It won't let Piper unmute.
Oh, okay. Oh, huh. That's weird.
TikTok won't, or the Southern Comfort won't. Which one?
And it. No. Piper said screen froze.
I
Another
believe
one.
that
Love that.
I believe that Piper is someone that has full command over their 100 proof anything. I don't see Piper being bested by a shot glass.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, no, I just poured it in the coffee. I haven't even started to ingest yet.
There you go. There you go.
But Jasmine missed it when I was getting tipsy in the house the other night. And this is
Hi.
Station, my grandbaby. Okay, they
Hello.
can't see you. Just say hello and then go play. Hello. All right, go play. Well, one thing that I wanted to say that I think gets lost in the transaction of this conversation is the fact that a great majority, and again, I'm speaking from a Gen X perspective, so the most experience I have is through men over 45, is that a lot of men, especially the more problematic ones, right? If they make a decent living, they're going to trade in partners before they're going to make change. That's what I
Yeah,
was wanting to
like
say.
it's a commonly known trope in media for men to have their first wife when they were broke and then have their second wife after they became successful. Like the media, when as we're growing up, the media tells us that like women are commodities for men. Women are trophies to men. Hello Jimmy Neurospicy. Hello Dominique. Hello Patriot. Hello Dutch. What's up? There is a piece in divesting from men that is unmatched. Charlie, facts. Oh, okay, yeah. This is why if basic needs were met, they wouldn't have those issues. Exactly. There was even a Reddit with someone saying he did that to his first wife. Disgusting. All right. Oh, Piper dropped. Well, Piper had to go enjoy that coffee.
She
Hello,
said she was
gamers.
going to restart her phone
Yeah,
entirely. She
they're
didn't
just
fix her
having
phone.
Okay.
technical difficulties.
Okay, right on. Um, I also want to say hello to my top 3 people in here. Uh, People have been sitting for a bit. Sean, Lime, Womb, welcome back. And those are my top 3 folks. Hello, John.
Oh, I just saw
The
somebody
first
sent me
wife.
99 gifts. Thank you, y'all. I didn't say thank you to
Oh,
whoever sent that. I didn't even see it until right now. Thank you.
yeah. Hello, lover boy. The first wife exposed him and she told his job. And now his boss doesn't trust him, his quote unquote work wife. Side note, Keith is amazing. Okay. Um, doesn't want anything to do with him right now. And he thinks he did nothing wrong. I mean, of course he does. He thinks he did nothing wrong. Oh, thank you for the rose. Good evening, all. I'm sorry for coming incorrect earlier. You're good. Hey, unicorn. Um, it's pretty slow in here, so I'm going to change to the other topic so we can get some tussle hustle.
They said tussle hustle. I love that.
There we go. Yeah, I like rhyming. Is people like it when people rhyme. Hello, Flo. Um, Caboose, this is a new topic for me. What do you think about? You feel free to read the topic out loud and then tell me what you think about it. How you doing, Flo?
When a woman is happy, the community benefits from it. When a man is happy, only the men benefits from it. Um, yeah, something. Yeah, I mean, matriarchal society. Um, well, matriarchal communities. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of what I've been immersed in. But even outside of that, even in like a cis heteronormative nuclear family structure, um, you know, wife's happy, kids happy. Yeah, everyone benefits.
Yeah, you're right. Like that's a great point to bring up. When it comes to single people, um, it's greater acknowledge that women are more likely to benefit the community. But even in the nuclear family, which is racist as fuck, as we all know,
Yeah.
um, the family leans on the wife's happiness like all the time. So yeah, even like in the most disparaging setups, the woman being happy like benefits everyone. I didn't even think about that take. I am feeling so peckish. I'm gonna make some.
Yeah. Well, I don't know too many of us, on this side of TikTok. Well, actually, I don't know. They really embrace the whole cis heteronormativity, you know.
I mean, it fluctuates.
So I mean, huh?
It fluctuates, right? Like some people are super into it, and some people. It's like it kind of because like I know some SMEX workers who are very much like they are like subs for work, but like at in their regular relationships or their non-work relationships, their personal relationships, they're more dominant and they only date women and stuff like that. But at work, they're subs for men. So yeah, it's a spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah. It yeah, that's one of the reason it fluctuates for me sometimes. Because you get paid, got to do whatever. When you're not getting paid, you get to explore a little bit.
Yeah. There are men who make the community better. I know them personally. Yeah. What is happy? Wouldn't we be complete? Therefore, all the environment around us will benefit. Um, I've only found matriarch community in one space in person. Takes a lot to keep it safe. Yeah, it does take a lot to keep IRL matriarchal spaces safe. I'm in very peckish mode, but yeah, but like it said, the prompt says, when a woman is happy, the community benefits. When a man is happy, only the man benefits from it. It doesn't say that men don't help the community. What are you snacking on? I'm making popcorn right now and I have these little chocolate bars. It doesn't say men don't help the community. YT history ignores matriarchal stuff a lot. Yeah, and because it's not normalized, those spaces are harder to protect. Because they're not taken seriously. Hello, I am Malik. And the philosophical discussion of what is happiness isn't really something that I don't think a TikTok live is the space for a deep philosophical discussion on what is happiness, because we know that's a greater nuanced thing. Hello, Hellcat. Oh, hello, Flame. Thank you for the TikTok. We TikTok dancing. It's been a while since I've seen you, Flame. Welcome back. And we also talked about this topic earlier. Let me see what else I got. Y'all want to talk about homelessness?
I always want to talk about that.
Okay, hang on a second.
If you don't have
Okay,
enough
so
to define happy, you might not be happy.
I know, right? So I think I actually deleted all of the ones that I have about homelessness. Um
But I mean, even with talking about homelessness, houselessness, that topic still works because you can see how it works for houseless community members. Like that's still a thing.
Talking about that background.
hang on. I'm changing my backgrounds, it's not showing up. Hang on a second. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it's another comrade. Hello, Colby. Y'all go ahead and talk amongst yourselves while I figure out what's going on.
Okay, I'd like to say something on homelessness, or am I supposed to be saying houselessness? Somebody tell me. Me and my children were homeless early 2000s, but we were very, very lucky that the shelter we ended up with had a special program that was the first 30 days is called emergency, right? And that part of the shelter was completely dependent on donations, and they got a lot of donations. But then after the 30 days, if case management thought you could work the program, you had up to 2 years to stay there to find stable housing. Be that waiting on a Section 8 voucher, working your way towards a habitat house, and a whole bunch of other things. And I have looked and I have looked and I have not seen shelters that have the same. I don't want to call it recidivism because that makes it sound like crime, but they don't have the same amount of bounce back homelessness that other programs have. And yet, even though HUD funds half of that program, they're not repeating it everywhere. And it has confused me for 2 decades.
So, do people get moved into a more comfortable setup to be there for 2 years?
Everyone has, from the very beginning when you walk in, each family group has its own room with a number of beds matching the number of people in the family. So you always have your own individual room.
Okay.
So it may be hard for 2 years, but it's doable.
Oh,
And
thank you
you
so
can
much for
lock
dropping
your
in,
room and
Kobe.
you have a key.
Okay, good. That's what's up. You need that. You need to protect your stuff. Thank you so much for dropping in, Kobe.
There's case
Um,
management. They help you get to appointments if you don't have transportation with bus passes, or like sometimes in emergency situations, case managers would carry families where they needed to go. And I only families that wanted to be homeless, because there's a couple of them that would do the let's be homeless the 1st of December so we can get all the good stuff and get an apartment by January. There's some of those families. But I've done a lot of volunteering since I was homeless. That's why I know it's an ongoing issue.
yeah. Um, so I changed the topic to something that can be like more generalized. If y'all want to talk about the topic, that's great. If y'all want to continue to talk about homelessness, that's also great. So for those of you who don't know, hi, my name is Helios, and I have been houseless. I'm what's called chronically unhoused. I have been unstably housed over a long period of time. I've had various kinds of housing, including not totally safe environments. Um, and yeah. Hey, Chico, what's up? I changed the topic because it wasn't really getting any fish. So I think all the main people are. Hey, Trans Dad, with the seahorse. Gay Santa has also rolled through here. He didn't say anything, but he was like, huh. Hello, Ginseng. We can also just answer this question. Hello, Richard Smith. If money, aka capital, weren't a barrier, what would you have or what would you be doing right now? Piper can go first and then we can go down the list.
Okay, I am sorry because I was typing something as not to interrupt the flow of conversation, and I guess I had typed something else before and not deleted it all the way. Please ignore that entire thing that's in the comments.
Okay, cool.
I meant to
Would be
say the
in test.
first flush of comfort, but I missed what you were asking me to comment on. I am so sorry.
Oh,
Somebody
you can
else go
just go.
next.
Okay. Caboose, please do answer the prompt.
Well, a car, a house, clothes that I want, um, you know, weapons and armor and gear,
Okay.
for, you know, 50 to 100 people. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd try to, if it was unlimited, I'd want to go ahead and build public transportation by way of railway and fix up the supply chain. But yeah, Yeah, it's yeah, it
Are we
depends on how
talking
much.
unlimited amount of money? Because
It
money's
says if
still a
money were
requirement.
it says if money were not a barrier. So just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Okay, because you see, well, I how to say it without making TikTok mad. I would find people that use veterans with very high skill levels,
Hmm.
and I would do away with anybody whose net worth was over $1 billion.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that. I'm picking what you're
Let's
putting
see what
down.
that does for the world.
Okay, Jasmine, go next.
Yeah, so I'm not as gracious as y'all. I would just be at a tiny house, in a tiny house overlooking a body of water, preferably a tiny house that's got like a bunch of glass. So like during the day, the light is really warm inside, and I got some good ceiling fans. And then maybe during the middle of the day, since I'm at a tiny house at the beach or a large body of water, I would just come out with like a shot glasses and just get people around me drunk. And then I would go back inside of my tiny house and I wouldn't talk to anybody else for the day. Like that would be it. I'd come out, dispense liquor, and I'd go back into my tiny house. That's all I would do.
That's fucking epic. And there are no wrong answers. There's no limit to what you can do because money isn't a barrier. So like do the thing. A book series about that exact idea. A lot of times people say that they would like garden or whatever. And honestly, Jasmine, that was the unique answer I've gotten since I've been doing this prompt. I really appreciate that. That is absolutely dope. Stacy, please go next.
There's so many angles for this, right? Because I'm like, oh, I would end world hunger, or I'd make sure everybody was housed, or I would do this for the Jasmine Sherman campaign, or I wouldn't have to work. So I would take my kid out of school and we would just travel all over everywhere campaigning for Jasmine. But then I sat and I thought we wouldn't have to do that. Jasmine wouldn't have to be running for president. We wouldn't have to be making all of these amazing policies to fix all of these things to make sure that people's basic needs were met. Because if money wasn't a barrier for me, it wouldn't be a barrier for anyone. So we wouldn't need to be doing that. So in a nutshell, I wouldn't be doing a goddamn thing. I'd be sitting on a beach, enjoying my day, watching my kid play. Like that's what I would be doing.
You're
Hey,
also like, go ahead.
you stumbled onto the right beach at the end, at the middle of the day. You could get one shot from me, and I'll see you tomorrow.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe I would be the one bringing it. And I would be the liquor girl, right? And then I would fill up everybody's glasses, and then I'd go back to my chair.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And y'all are actually the first ones who get it. I've had to explain to quite a few people multiple times that other people also exist in this world with them. That means everyone's needs are met. And like they get it when after I explain that, but like y'all are the first ones who just understand that this rule applies to everyone. No, nobody has worries.
It's because we're lame.
It's because we're lame. And Piper's
Have
perspective
you?
was like, if this happened tomorrow, that's what I would do. Go ahead, Stacey.
I was just gonna say, have you read the policies? Like that,
The
me and
policy.
Jasmine like
I
have a
didn't.
similar, yeah, like we have a similar thought process, right? So if we're sitting down thinking about what needs to be written in these policies and having these conversations, that's just how our brains work all the time. So
Yeah. You
problem
said, have you read
solved
the
if
policies?
money's not a barrier.
Yeah,
It
you
was
said, have you
rhetorical.
read the
I
policies?
was
And I
being a
was like,
smartass.
no. And I was like, I don't remember
Yeah,
anywhere in the policy Jasmine lives in a tiny house and like dispenses liquor and goes back into the house. I don't remember that.
no, 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 no. I was being a smartass. Like
I know.
we get it because have you read the policies?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, I'd have all the leaves. What would you do with the leaves, ballerina?
Light them. After they would put the leaves in a round cylinder type paper, and they would put that paper into the microwave filled with those leaves. Then they would take it out of the microwave, and they would cause those leaves in its cylinder to combust.
That sounds like quite the science experiment.
He's
Yeah.
talking about activating certain chemicals in certain leaves. Is that what we are discussing, or something
Well,
else?
I don't know if that's the process that ballerina takes. I just know that's the process Snoop Dogg takes. If I was making medicine for my clients in Charlotte, we have to bake the medicine for 30 minutes prior to making the medicine. So I just assumed everybody does it that way, but I could be wrong.
I am
Um,
about to be 54 years old. I have never in my life. And why does everybody wait until I don't own a microwave to tell me stuff like this?
Well, my father uses the oven. He makes
yeah,
his, puts them in the oven, and it's the same thing. You just can't use it too long. Um, I'm making medicine for people, and so that has to be activated before it can become an oil or a coconut item or a sugar item. Like that's just part of the process.
yeah. Um, Brandy did confirm that it's totally related. I thought we were calling it grass. It's called leaves now. I thought we've been calling it grass since I was little. Now it's leaves. What the hell?
I
Oh, I
think
don't.
different generations are doing different things, because I'm still hearing tree out of Gen X.
Oh, okay. I grew up with grass.
I just think it's
Me
hilarious.
too, but in the South it went to tree.
I
Okay.
just think it's funny. We can all acknowledge that plants make medicine, and every day we all are like, we need a Xanax, which is just medicine that was a plant that's now in pill form.
Yeah. Hey, Brandy.
Hey, yeah, actually, that's like my hyper focus is plant medicine and like how medications came to be and how they're like what they're simulating in nature and all of that stuff. And
Uh huh.
also just how corrupt our government is when it comes to those, wacky leaves, because they've known that they've been medicinal for like such a long time, and they've known like I personally believe that the only reason that 8 was legalized, quote unquote, is because the companies who had access and the ability to make solvent to make things out of that had been doing so since like they've been working on the science since the 40s, and they finally had everything in place. They couldn't get the TH pills to go, uh, so the synthetic didn't work, like the not actually extracted but recreated, and then the extracted, like when they tried to put it in an oral form, was unreliable as far as absorption, and they tried several times to take over legislation that was meant to decriminalize to basically like force this oral option on it. Like actually in New Mexico, when they did legislation, I want to say back in the 90s, and applied for the compassionate IND program from the government, and the government had been in the process of trying to shut down the compassionate IND program entirely, and a part of the terms of agreeing to supply New Mexico with what they needed for the trials in the compassionate IND program was that there had to be a blind study of basically you may end up with like actual medicine, you may end up with nothing. And then they had like at least 50% of the patients were forced to try the oral route before they even had access to, could even dream of having access to. Like this book that I read, I'm trying to avoid the task I'm supposed to do today. So I'm reading a book by Robert C. Randall, and he's the guy who sued the American government for access for under right to sight, which is to the pursuit of happiness, life limb. Oh, it's hard to remember. But yeah, to have access back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Right. Well,
that was
welcome
the
back,
one
I'm
that I
Jesse.
rambling.
questioned. Why wasn't somebody suing on the basis of pursuit of happiness because it doesn't harm anyone else other than like secondhand smoke? When I was in the 80s, I was
Oh, they
smoking that.
did.
People looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, they did. Like this guy and his partner Alice O'Leary, they worked for ACT at one point, but they also spent like this whole book talks about their experiences from the time that he got arrested for having a couple of plants on his patio when he was out of town, which he had an aggressive form of glaucoma. So he would have been blind by the time he was 30 and just accidentally kind of figured out when he was imbibing one day that it helped with the halos around his eyes and it helped his headaches. So he started using that to help because none of the other medications were helping. And there's the whole like experience he went through where he sued the federal government and then helped spearhead programs to create foundations to help people apply for the compassionate IND program. And so for quite a bit of time, they were pushing really hard to get everybody who applied access. Like they made the forms super easy for people to understand with like and this is back in the day of paper, right? This is before email and everything. They would do flyers and basically paper Capitol Hill with them during sessions. Just take a bunch of flyers and paper them and they would mail them to like their addresses and everything. And they sued and over and over again because like they're helping these people basically apply for this program or sue the government if they're not eligible. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take this.
So yeah, they have been.
Whoa! I didn't mean to cut you off. I was trying to get you while you were still talking to your kid. I'm going to do a little intermission here. I hope Jeff is still here. Jeff, if you're still here, say hey. Um, the prompt is, if money, aka capital, weren't a barrier, what would you have, or where would you be right now? Discussion, not debate. So people can feel free to answer in the chat. Also, if you want to come up on the panel, you can come up on the panel and discuss the topic. We are at 26.5k likes. Let's get those likes up to 30k likes. Let's do 30k likes, y'all. The shares are at 41. Let's get the shares to 50. Let's get more people in on this conversation. Brandy, please go ahead. Brandy, you have to unmute.
She might be momming. Or they.
Okay, cool.
Brandy, I can't remember. I apologize.
You're good. Stacy, you can go ahead.
Can I ask a question that was on the previous topic real quick?
Okay, sure.
Do you mind? Has anybody read or heard about Oregon undoing their decriminalization of the funguses, like the fungi?
Yeah, I heard
Anybody
about that.
have any more information?
I
I
don't.
just wanted
Somebody
to
asked me,
discuss that. How
how was happy
they
hour?
voted it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're coming in broken up. Hang on. So I'm actually going to drop everybody from the panel since we seem to be having an issue, and everybody can just rejoin, because Brandy is also saying that they can't unmute. So we're just going to drop everybody and let everybody rejoin. Stacy. Oh wait, I can do this. Hang on. I just got to move that. All right. All right. I'm going to answer the question. How was happy hour? Happy hour. They don't have like a happy hour for food. They only had happy hour for drinks, but they did have a lunch special that we missed. But the food was still great, so it's whatever. Hello, one-eyed. Thank you so much for the follow, Zinzin. Yes, we were very cute together. Happy hour or no happy hour. Thank you all. So thank you, Mary Berry, for being here. Welcome. Thank y'all to people who are still here. If you have anything to, if you have anything to give, please do gift the panelists or gift me the host. Let's get to 30K likes and let's get to 50 shares so we can get more people in on this conversation. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Maybe or something. Um, as per question in the background, I'd still be in bed, but with much less stress. Fair enough. Fair enough. Feel free to answer the prompt, and we definitely have the discussion with the chat. Feel free to come up on the panel if you want to come up to the panel, and you can also discuss up here. Also, hello.
Thank you for
And thank
Hi.
you to the mods. Thank you to the mods for letting people back up for me. All right, y'all. Is everybody okay now?
Yeah, it's
my
working
Oh,
now.
button.
Caboose is okay. Okay, Caboose is decided not to come back, so that's cool. I hope Caboose does continue to be okay. My buttons work too. Right on. Hello, Zacardi. All right, everybody seems to be good. Ah, all right, Brandy.
Sorry.
Brandy, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go so you can do your mom thing. It sounds like you got a lot going on in your background. You're welcome to come back up when things settle down. Hello, Reagan Kurgan. I would love to spend more time with my family, maybe growing and preserving more food. That's awesome. Jasmine said that they would be liquor person, liquor dispenser. They would live in a tiny house and come out and give people shots in the afternoon, from what I understand, and then go back in the house.
That's it. I don't want to deal with like too much heat or too many humans. Like I would like to think of myself as like a more evolved Dionysus. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sharing the love and the liquor. I'm looking at the ocean, nature's beauty, and then I'm going back in the house. I'm not an outside person. That's why I got lots of glass, you know.
I have an interesting question I just thought of. I'd adventure professionally. That's awesome. Hey, Blue Collar. Blue Collar, what would you do? If money, aka capital, weren't a barrier, what would you have or where would you be right now? In the event that you didn't keep scrolling because you see this is not a debate topic. Passage from the book. Sorry for the eardrum spam. You're good. Slam. Spam was good. It was definitely eardrum spam. The shares are at 46, y'all. Let's keep it going to 50. And the likes are at 29. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And I've answered this question before. Like I would definitely have housing. And I would have like probably a fleet of e-bikes. Hey, not him. You can come up if you want. Um because I still wouldn't want a car because even without money, people would still be out here driving them too wild. Um and I'd be chilling. Like I would have just have everything I need. I would have housing, I would have food, furniture, uh gaming setups, like the latest gaming technology to do the best high quality live streaming I could possibly do with the generation of technology that we have. I'd have all that. I would have a home and garden. My teeth would be fixed. Yeah, my teeth would be fixed too. I would replace the teeth that I lost and I would get the teeth that I have straightened. I'd travel the world. I'd have a cat shelter, live in
Would
a small home in the country, travel well. What's up? Go ahead.
would you fight more people? Like, would you have time to deliver more visceral responses?
Hmm. I'd probably be less angry if I had all my needs met.
See, I feel like if I had all my needs met and I knew if I popped somebody, they could get their health care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would the fine be? You know? Like, there's quite a few people.
In a world where we don't need bail money, right?
Yeah, I'm saying though, like, do you ever think about like there's some people, like there are some very nasty characters on TikTok. And when I mean nasty, I hear some of the harshest phrasing of things. Like um a character that I would say I don't like the way they speak to people would be like Tyler Bluntman. I don't enjoy the way he speaks to people. I don't enjoy the way I've seen Joel um speak to people, right? Those are people in real life that I think I would spend money to see if they were as bold in person as they are on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I could be wrong, right? You can't get everybody. But I really often wonder, you know, if money wasn't the issue, how people would speak and be spoken to.
Um, if money weren't an issue, people would probably. I mean, those people would also probably be less angry, though. Like, and also in a world where everybody has their needs met, people are less tolerant of abuse because the reason why a lot of people suffer through abuse is because they need the money. So, like, we wouldn't even know people like them because they wouldn't be given the time of day because we wouldn't need to give them the time of day. Because, like, rage generates money. And in a world where everybody's needs are met, rage doesn't generate money. So, that wouldn't be a problem.
What a profound. They wouldn't need to be rage baiting if they didn't need the funds for it. I feel that. I do feel that. Okay. Thank you. See, I learn something new every day. Cause me, I'd be ready to take swing.
It's all good. It's like, I, and it's like, not to say that people still wouldn't do horrible, try to like perpetuate horrible ideas, but we wouldn't listen to them because they wouldn't have the floor. Hello, Jeff, the space wizard. I would be much kinder if I could just live my life as I please. Exactly.
So the way my brain works, like when you ask questions and make statements, I see them in the reverse, right? So because money is a barrier now, right? We have people who are like, when I made my first million, right? Like the specific statement to one of the people that Jasmine mentioned, there would like, it's not a flex because it's, if it's not a barrier, then it doesn't have the need to be a flex on the flip side. Does that
Yeah, I
make
see what
sense?
you're saying.
That's
Yeah.
how, yeah, that's, it makes sense in my brain that way. Um, but like classism would essentially go away because money wouldn't be a barrier. So therefore it doesn't need to be somebody's, um, flex, I guess. I don't know what other word to use.
It's all good. Had to completely restart my phone. Okay. Isn't access to resources the barrier? I mean, the access to resources is like by money. You have to pay to get on the bus. You have to pay for gas. You have to pay for the ride share or cab. So yeah, money is still the barrier. Having your needs met doesn't equal fu money. That's true. But this is a world where money isn't a barrier at all.
Think like Star Trek. You ever see Picard be like, yo, we gonna feed these people, run me 100 bills? Like he doesn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally create that out of basically thin air.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
How's that Southern Comfort treating you, Piper?
nice. I'm got the flush going on. Sitting here looking at the second shot and wondering if I should make more coffee. Because you know, when I drink alcohol, I take in caffeine too, so it can be a happy kind of place.
I feel that. I'm more of a lemonade vodka kind of person.
Yes, but I don't think you combine it with the same amount of herbal stuff I'm already taking. I need the caffeine to stay horizontal.
I mean,
Uh-uh.
I I can't comment
Piper's over
on.
there getting. Oh, my bad. I want to say Piper's over there
In
getting
the house getting
crossfaded in real
tipsy.
time. Ah, hush. Yeah. I said hush playfully. That was playfully, by the way. But yeah, like
I wouldn't
Piper's
take
over
it
here
bad.
getting. Do what?
Even if you didn't mean it playfully, I would not take it badly.
Okay.
To just
I don't know. It's like I think it's totally funny that Piper's over here just getting blazed in real time, crossfading. That's all I wanted to say. I prefer smoke. Yeah, I quit drinking, so all I do is smoke now. Well, I don't just smoke. I'll just go ahead and say cannabis because I ingest cannabis in various different ways. Um,
It
it's
only
easier to smoke. Go ahead.
it it only works for me if I eat it. I am not able to just inhale. Like it does not that doesn't do anything. I can only consume it through.
Okay. 60-acre agriculture and meat farm. Hell yeah, go for it. Smoke makes me feel bad. Fair enough. That's why there's multiple ways to ingest it. Hello, Kiana.
Wait, am I reading Blake's comment correctly? Capitalism is the best vehicle for providing your needs at the highest quality plus lowest cost.
lie, propaganda, indoctrinated
What?
lie.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
I feel like I saw that name today in another debate space. No, capitalism
Blake
creates poverty, Blake. I think you're mistaken.
Blake was actually in here earlier. I tell you what, Blake White, why don't you come up? You don't have enough people to come up. You know what that means. Keyboard cowards get the boot. Come back on your main. Anyway.
There's somebody that you guys keep muting. And for the last 2 days, y'all mute them. This individual goes to my page. Today they wrote, I used to believe in you, but you hang out with a misandrist. And I was like, who? Me? Like myself? Like it was but because you muted them, it's my fault.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think you're talking about that bald guy who came in here a few days, like yesterday and today, and I just ignored him when he came in here today. Like, go be a little bitch somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't think they have hair. But I was just laughing at the things that I think I give a damn about.
I
It's
used to
weird.
believe, I used to care about everybody having their basic needs met. But because my Fifi's got hurt, I'm not going to support any of your policies. Like, what? People are so wild.
That's like I paid my student loan, so everybody else should have to pay their student loan. So I'm gonna sue.
Okay, I got the plus 18 warning. I did. Oh no, I even though I appealed, it did still restrict me. I think people didn't like that we were in here talking about Kenny Bus, which is
I'm
weird
sorry.
because we were talking about straight up sex toys earlier, and I didn't get the restriction.
We
Hey, hey,
were? I must have missed that.
yeah, you did.
It's
Well,
that
damn.
conversation. What did y'all talk about? Where was I?
My boyfriend
uh,
Bob.
Yeah, I missed the Bob conversation.
I do love
mhm.
that song though. I like sushi. Sushi, sushi, sushi. I do think that song is a terrible, awesome song. I'm gonna play it now. Good gosh.
Okay, you know one of the things I would have had for the prompt 10, 15 years ago. In other words, when I was a younger woman, because I've been dreaming of it since 1993.
What
When
is
they
it?
start mass producing uh, datas on the technological, like androids on the data from Star Trek type of smartness. And now that I'm too old, they're real close and I'm real mad.
Don't be
Piper,
don't you know the US government wants you to work till you 95? If they can slap your brainwaves into a robot and still make you do something, they'll do that.
Well,
You
a judge says we're going to pay you not to be in public for long periods of time.
let me point out something that I don't think we're talking about. Just the way the psilocybin is being recalled in Oregon because of all the bust and data that they had from 2022, they're using it to fight against the legalization of it now, the decriminalization of it now. Soldiers are being recalled. We have so few people going into service, they are recalling vets.
They real mad about it too. Real mad.
I saw a compilation video of a bunch of veterans that were talking about their discharge and now they're being called back. And the comments were, there were tons of comments. I read about that and heard it today.
Okay, I understand how they're doing it. What it is when you first sign up into the military, you are really signing up for 8 years, not 4, right? At 4, they give you the option to quote unquote, very heavily air quoted, re up. If you choose to leave, they're like, that's fine. But if there's an emergency, we can call you back to do that other 4 years. And that's what they're doing. The people that separated after 4 years and didn't do the full 8, boy, if they'd have told me that when I was about to separate, I'd be like, nah, I'll finish now.
Yeah, they really don't tell people that. Uh, I'm glad I didn't get into that. I don't know if they would have even let me in because I was on certain medications when I was younger. But I'm glad I did not get into that.
I remember there was a recruiter at my school, and I was like, "For me, I'm a fatty, can't you see?" And they were like, "All you gotta do is lose weight during boot camp." I said, "Sir, let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You would take my fat ass and you would put me in boot camp and you would try to force me to lose 200 because I was a hefty kid. I was not like, I was 180 in the 8th grade. I was like, so you're going to take me and make me lose an unhealthy amount of work. I mean, short amount of time to be a bitch ass soldier. They were like, yeah, we could do. I was like, no, I got y'all don't need me. And I still went through the process, but they kicked me out. I failed the ASVAB. Like my scores were too high. So they were like, you can't do it, which is weird because I've never had a test where if you score high, they don't want you.
Yeah, what is that test? I've never. It's very rare that there's a test not related to your health.
That's
That if you
the
score too
armed
high.
service something battery. And no, most people under 40 get that shit before they're out of high school.
I didn't
Especially
hear
if
what
they're
you said
doing.
because something was loud in your background.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a notification. I guess it cuts it out. My microphone. I'm so sorry. No, the ASVAB, the Armed Forces something battery, but basically it's to see if you'd be good at anything they need. And if you were doing stuff like learning to fix cars or any of the technology instead of going academic route, you took that test.
Well, whatever I did after I took that test, they were no longer interested in me going into the service, which was fine. I've been
What?
all kinds of people. But the reason I'm going to the recruiter stuff is because they always had food at their tables and they were always feeding. And at that time, I was a 16-year-old foster kid. I needed whatever I could get. But yeah,
That's. But I don't understand. How did you score too high on that test? What does that mean?
It means you
I
wouldn't react well to being bossed around.
Oh,
and the answer to that is no, I probably wouldn't. But Dennis just said that there's no such thing as score too high. Uh, but something happened where they did not want me.
Dennis, hang on. Let me scroll up.
One-eyed Willie.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't make
Randall versus. That doesn't make sense, huh? Randall versus U.S. Oh, something Randall versus U.S. Mm.
One Eyed was a recruiter. So, oh, oh, here he is. He has info, I'm sure.
Hello.
Yay. I'm excited to hear this.
Hey.
Yeah, they lied to you. I don't know what you did, but
Stop
now
letting me
you could
eat.
have failed another type of test and gotten permanently disbarred from military service, and that's the urinalysis.
I took whatever they fed me that day to take. And I knew as soon as the one I remember is the ASVAB. And they were like, nah, we're good. And I don't know. I just know they
I
stopped.
doubt. I've known you for a minute, like not known you, but like you, I doubt you scored too low. So it had to be something else. They lied to you just to like make it a more comfortable conversation or something. I don't know,
Totally
but
plausible. Totally plausible. But they did stop feeding my black ass. And I knew once they were like, nah, this isn't for you.
well,
Recruiter's boss probably saw he asked you to lose enough weight that it would damage your heart if you did it in 8 weeks and was like, no.
So
no,
I
that's
brought that up. I did bring that up. I was like, I'm so fat. That's a lot of weight in such a short amount of time. And he was like, that would make more sense if they just rejected me because I wouldn't pass the physical portion. But that's
well,
not
that's
what they
all.
told me. Yeah.
So that's not just weight though. They tape you. Like so if your neck and hips are big enough, like that ain't gonna that's because I know some big girls that made it into the Navy. And it's just it's not necessarily the weight, it's how the weight is carried on your body. But more than likely what it sounds like to me, because I ran a recruiting station for like 3 years. Like that sounds like some shit they told you that like you failed the urinalysis or something. Because if you fail the urinalysis at MEPS, then you are disbarred from ever even applying again to any branch.
Well, me and Kyle Rittenhouse failed together. Nah, I don't know why I failed. Either way, the service wasn't for me. I don't do well with instruction,
Yeah, I
period.
mean, the Navy's, I was in the Navy. It's different. Like the Navy's more, I don't know, different. we don't do things the same. We're a little bit more cowboy, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. My sister went in, served in Afghanistan. My grandfather served. My cousin is serving right now. Like I come from, you know where my family is from.
Yeah,
Everybody's in the service. So
everybody's
it
in the
did
service.
everybody's in the service. So it didn't make sense why I wouldn't be a good besides my other issues. But I'm not upset. I don't feel like
No, no, no. I'd
yeah,
put
I
you.
mean Raytheon hired me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like military service. I don't. People. I mean, yeah, I wanted that Camaro. I joined for financial reasons and stayed in for financial reasons because my youngest son has a liver condition, and if we'd have had to pay out of pocket for that health care, it'd have been millions. Like there was like 12 specialists in the country. Like it was crazy, but like I don't put no special. Like everybody's like, oh, veterans, da 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 da. I don't put no special. You know me. I don't put no special mark because you made it through MEPS. That's all. That's all being a veteran was you made it through MEPS. Like it's magic. There's no hit or miss. There's no rhyme or reason of why you make it and don't make it. I've seen people. I could show you pictures of a guy without toenails, but he was a nuclear engineer, and so they passed him. Like you know what I'm saying? It's so arbitrary as to whether or not you make it through the MEPS is the military entrance processing station where they do the physical and all that other stuff. You take the ASVAB. Like that's it. That's the thing that makes you special is you made it through MEPS. There ain't no special shit about being a veteran.
I didn't make it. I'm not special.
But that's it though. Everybody talks about it's just the 3% that da 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 bullshit. You made it through MEPS. That's it. That's the only thing that makes you special.
So, in talking to you during this, I realized something awful. Why is everyone I talk to, I'm a retired military special forces. Every single person you talk to swears to God they were in special forces. Am I crazy? Like, is there something like, what is that?
I mean, it depends on which branch and what you mean when you say special forces. Like being an Army Ranger is technically special forces, but I know a lot of fucking dudes that made it through Ranger school. I mean, yeah, they can't see your medical history at MEPS. They can now, supposedly, but I mean, we always told people with medical issues to lie. Just lie to get in. I put a kid in that had both his hips bolted back onto him when he was a baby.
But
These
you
giants.
didn't. But you didn't tell Bone Spurs. Wait,
Ow.
Piper, you know where Fayetteville is?
I
Fayetteville, what
moved
state?
there when I was 18 years old, back when they kept moving the drinking age from 18 to 21 every year, a month before my freaking birthday.
Oh, my brother was in that same boat.
But in
Wait,
Atlanta, girls could
Fayetteville,
go
North
in at
Carolina?
18. Yes.
Oh, you
Girl, I
probably.
was turning every club out in the weekends,
I was
87,
gonna say
88, and
one of my
89.
relatives probably tried to holler at you. They were some whores back then, though. My family.
I
I
don't
was
know how
I
they
was
knew
I
would have
was
known
zoned
about
in
your
on getting a
damn.
pilot with a Corvette, and I did.
This guy,
All right, y'all.
heckin' alien. I don't know how they would have known unless like they probably guessed. Like
They knew about my medicine before claiming it. Oh, damn.
that. I mean, that's kind of hard. Like there would have to be some
The
record of that
medicine
somewhere.
was your medicine cannabis because there's an odor associated with that.
Oh boy. Oh, so
Now,
y'all, we are gonna pivot, y'all. I did change the background. And we're gonna go down the. I know that's the line. I already got a restriction, y'all. Like
we might as well get
I don't.
real with it.
Yeah, like we might as well. If money weren't a barrier, maybe I would quit worrying about whether or not my AC would have enough money. Yeah, for real. Hello C. Dash dash dash.
I
So,
got
do
it.
you what?
On the new thing, I got one.
Okay, we're gonna go down the line. Do you actually believe dating gurus? And if you know who this, bonus points if you know who this is and specifically what this video is. We're gonna start with one eye and we're gonna go down the line.
I know who that guy is. Do you want me to say it or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, this is the dating coach guy that's like the alpha male. This dude.
Do you know the video? This
I know the
specific video?
video. I do know the
Go.
video. And no, I don't follow dating gurus. Well, I don't know the specific video. I've seen a couple of his roll across my feed, but he's comedic.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe in
So
dating gurus. Like it's an individual process that happens between two people, or three, or four.
or more. So what is it about dating gurus that you don't believe?
Uh, well, with this particular individual, there's a lot. You can take him as an example. He is not out here like making moves like he says he is. Like his methodology. This man approached me with the methodology he espouses. He get laughed at. Like
Piper, go ahead.
Okay, at my ripe old age, at 54, there has not been a single dating guru that I haven't managed to find recycled 70s and 80s bullshit within 3 videos. So absolutely not.
Wow, that's the profound take that we need because like a lot of the stuff that we are seeing is recycled. Like look maxing. I don't know if y'all know what look maxing is, but that's something that's also being recycled. It was an internet meme that started off as a joke that people have decided to start taking seriously in 2024 as a part of the male loneliness epidemic. And men are out there really hurting themselves over look maxing because it involves like stretching your genitalia to make it longer when really all that does is damage the nerve endings. There's an 11-year-old boy that sprayed chrome on his face and was terminated, which is unfortunate and tragic. And X pretty much roasted the kid and like roasted his family and shit. And I was like, this is tragic. Can y'all like get over it? But yeah, like this stuff is very harmful, but it's like it's a part now the look maxing thing is a part of the dating guru thing of like do your best to like up your appearance so, you know, what is it? High value women will talk to you and shit like that. Um Piper, did you go or did you ask a question? No,
I
you
was
went. You said the 80s shit. Yeah. You said the thing about recycling stuff from the 80s. Jasmine, please go ahead.
So I want to make, I had never heard of the maxing of looks. And I want to make sure I understood what the words that came out your mouth were, sir. You said people are taking some of their most private possessions, some of the most attachments, and are yanking on them so profoundly that the attachments are damaged. And
Mm-hmm.
and okay, I'll bite because I'm a single person.
Mm-hmm.
How a stretched attachment I can't see help me during the course of, let's say, dinner? Like, how does that work? Like, I mean, I'm saying this as a dumb person because I just found out the boy from Fresh and Fit got somebody pregnant. I don't understand who's sleeping with them, so I'm struggling to understand. Like, okay, wait. Does it only apply to that region that is unseen? Like, I do
No.
know about people. Okay. So when the people are getting their bones stretched, that still looks maxing as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So look maxing is also the guy who had leg surgery to make himself taller. Look maxing is also the boy who sprayed chrome on his face because somebody said that would be helpful.
And these would be
Look,
the same people that would be against gender affirming care.
most likely.
Yep, I'm just gonna stay ugly. I can't with y'all. I got to.
Uh-huh. And like people are, well, men, let's say it, men are making devices for other men to be able to stretch their private parts under their clothes and very discreetly, and it stretches it throughout the day. I have seen these devices for myself in videos. um don't do that. You will damage your nerve. You damage your nerves and basically make it unusable. Don't do look maxing. Ron Jeremy promoted the stretch rhetoric. No. Oh my god, no.
Wait, I got a question again.
Go ahead.
I thought Ron Jeremy was one of the most gifted amongst the unmelanateds in this area. Why is are you saying his stuff was fake? Oh gosh, please don't
No,
make me
because
Google
he
this.
no, because he like if he
I
had done that, he would have damaged his nerves.
I
It
thought
wouldn't
he
work.
I
He's
thought he
broke,
was
y'all. He's broke. People want to be like him, will buy it. He sold out because he's broke and old.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a spokesman for this. Oh no. Wait a minute, that's dirty. Like you got yours the nat you wait a minute. I'ma shut up. Let me go on mute. I don't want to say nothing about nothing I don't have. I'm a non-binary. I don't get it.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about something I don't have. That is absolutely disgusting and scammy and scummy, and fuck him for that. Stacy, please go ahead.
Um, Men like this just prove that the 4B movement is needed. And I think we just should leave it at that.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah. I think everybody else said everything. Did you want me to weigh in on the
You can
look
also weigh in on look
maxing?
maxing. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like, you know how I was talking earlier, like the opposites? Like that's how my
Mm-hmm.
brain works. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like it's ego affirming care. They're against gender affirming care, but they're totally for ego affirming care. That's all.
I mean, you're right. And on the other hand, like I said, an 11-year-old boy died because he sprayed chrome on his face because, like, he's an impressionable boy who thought it would work. Like, this is literally hurting
I mean, but
people.
there's like a whole group of society that's shoving colloidal silver up their ass too, and I feel this falls into that same category of just maybe we don't
What?
respect. Yeah,
Let them
What does
Well,
take
that
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 was
shit
okay?
out of the
Talk
gene
to me
pool.
like I
I'll be the
didn't
one to say it.
What is that? Are you talking about a plug of the behind? What are we talking about
No,
here?
no, people that are
No.
like the woo medicine folks that like Jill Stein, like think Jill Stein,
I'm
like
thinking of putting stuff in her butt, and I'm not having a good time. So please get there quickly. Wait a
colloidal
minute.
silver was thought to be a cure for autism, and people were putting it up their children's rectums,
Oh, that's terrible.
and it was killing a lot of kids. Oh, I'm sorry, unaliving a lot of kids. So I kind of see this as that same process of just medical debauchery, like
Yeah.
false medical claims that are getting people hurt.
So we already have the restriction warning, so I don't think that it means anything after that. Um, yeah, that's fucking awful. So like people will say that they don't want people to have abortions because they don't want people to be able to abort disabled children or to abort like babies that they can see in early development will turn out to be disabled. But then they'll shove silver up their autistic children's butts and kill them, and nobody's fucking talking about that. Wow. All
Well,
right.
that's look up if you ever get a chance. Look up black salve and just some of the
Black.
people that are using that. Like
I've actually heard of that. I've heard of Black Salve. Let me look that up again. How you doing, Alphabet?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What do you think of the prompt? Go ahead.
um, I don't know if you were paying attention in the comments, but I survived CSA and SA.
Mm-hmm.
So having this person telling other persons of his particular gender that it is okay to disregard a person of the female gender or even a smaller person, um, saying no is scary. Because what's going to happen when she says no and he comes on too strong and she's just like, look, I said no. Could you please leave me alone? And she's by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have
Yeah.
PTSD from what happened to me, and when I was assaulted by the family friend, I didn't know how to react. I literally shut down in my own home because of this person. So I can't even imagine what someone in a public setting might feel like and whether or not they felt safe.
Yeah.
And
I'm
and
gonna
then
take a pause for a second. Hang on, Alphabet. I gotta take a pause for a second. So I looked up Black Salve, and the first thing that I saw was a man with his nose rotted off. So don't look up Black Salve if you're not ready for some very triggering content, because that's very gross. All right, go ahead, Alphabet.
okay, ew.
Yeah,
Ugh.
for real. Hey
But like
Jeff.
the first thing I thought of when he said that was, oh my Lord, I need to cover my drink. I need to cover my drink. This man is gonna put
Yeah.
something in my drink and I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna know where I've been. No. And I do you one better. I am that person that reported one of his videos for inappropriate stuff being posted on it, and TikTok took it down
Okay, good.
good.
because I don't play. No, absolutely not. That's gross. You don't do that to any person, male or female. When they say no, no is a full sentence.
Correct.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Um. Oh, everybody's gone now. So like, I don't know about this particular video. This is the particular video that's been just dragged all over the internet, and it's gonna take a while for me seeing that picture of a guy with his nose rotted off his face out of my head. But yeah, this guy. You know what? If this guy could trade places with this other guy that I just saw, that'd probably be helpful. Jeff, how you doing? Um, don't look for the no, look for the yes. Consent is explicit. Yeah, exactly. It's like this guy said what was his advice in this video? Like approach the woman, if she rejects you, give her an offer, and then go down the list of reasons why she wouldn't be a good fit, and then walk away like you rejected her, and then she'll follow you and give her your number. Enthusiastic consent, exactly.
Sorry, but unless he's sitting in a brand new Bugatti right now.
Which he's not.
That is literally the advice from the pickup artists, a teen movie in the 80s. I want to be clear about this.
You know what's really super sad and disgusting about this guy
Hmm.
is if he would clean up his hygiene and actually be a human being that treated other human beings with respect, he is not an ugly person. He could have someone
Yeah, for real.
that
That's the thing. He's a decent looking. A lot of these
yeah,
advice gurus are actually decent looking dudes that could be like very healthily partnered with somebody else, but they choose to be shitbags.
right. I just want to know what the hell happened to them and who hurt them that they turned out like this.
Probably their moms.
Oh, that's very possible.
Most of us, our moms are our first bully.
Yeah.
I, that is such bullshit. Like to put it on the women. No, men exist in homes as well. They watch their dads do this. Like I just feel. To me, we blame everything on moms. Like two
Yeah,
people, human,
No,
and
you're right. And at the same time, for some people, their mom is their first bully. Like all these little child stars and shit, that came from like a lot of times that came from the mom.
but the Jackson Five didn't. I mean, and Michael still did what he did.
You're right. The Jackson Five didn't come from the mom, but like what who was it that not the girl who went missing, I'm glad my mom is dead girl, her.
Janine
And
McCurdy.
like yeah.
Where was her daddy? Like, I guess for me, maybe I'm just so anti blaming everything on the person that has the vagina and stays with the kids. I just the misandrist in me wants to blame the man.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think I think the reason
yeah,
is in majority cases the moms are the one raising the kids, and so most of us are with our moms if our parents aren't together. Um, in most cases, I know it's not the same for everyone, but I can definitely say my mom was my first bully, first person to body shame me. Yeah, all of the things. It was my mom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cut both the motherfuckers off.
I mean, I cut all of my family off too, but my mom was also my first bully.
Nah,
But
I can definitely honestly say that both of my parents were just rotten, awful people. So I can't remember who was the first one.
yeah, rotten like that dude's nose. I don't know if you use Google, but I use Google, so images is the first thing that comes up for me.
My bad. I should have warned you.
It is what it is now. I've seen a lot of horrible things on the internet, but um, I guess it's like a human suffering aspect of it because like there's no way that dude's doing well. That dude's probably dead in the picture, like with that big ass hole in his
Well, that's
face
the
where his
thing is
nose
that
should
stuff
be.
kills people. Yeah, that stuff kills people. It's a
Yeah,
corrosive, caustic substance.
that they used for skin cancer for a little bit, which is ironic. But what else we got going on? Hey Ari for education, what's up? Uh, where are we at? We've been on. Oh, I've been on live for 2
Jokes are
hours.
falling flat in the comments, and I'm disappointed.
What happened?
I said a couple jokes and nobody caught on in the comments. I don't know if they went by too fast or what. I'm
They
disappointed.
might have gone. They might have gone by too fast. What were the jokes?
I have thought, because the first time I ever saw that creator was this specific video.
Yeah, me too.
The first thought that comes to my mind is, ooh, I bet he's got head cheese or
Head
smegma.
cheese. I know what head cheese is. Thank you for replacing the image of that guy's nose being rotted off with head cheese and smegma. What the fuck is wrong? Like, I gotta reassess my friend group. Y'all are gross. I'm saying that very lovingly and very jokingly.
I was raised partially by healthcare providers, and the thing they do at meals, whether they are at home or at work, is try, if there's more than one of them, is try to gross each other and the entire table out. It's like bonus points for them if you can stop your kids from finishing their dinner.
Love that. You know what? That probably would have been a healthier household than the one I had.
I just ate
All
more
right.
right.
Yeah, for real. BRB, right on. Caboose, what do you have to say about the prompt, my friend? Do you believe dating gurus? And bonus points if you know who this guy is, and even more bonus points if you know this specific video.
No, I don't know who that is or that video, but that's creepy. That's not really respecting autonomy, you know? That's somebody that wouldn't not be able to be welcomed around anyone.
Yeah, for real. So this specific video is I'm gonna drop. Okay, Stacy. This specific video is him giving the advice of walk up to a woman, ask for her number. She's gonna say no, and then like try to proposition her with like, "Hey, you come with me, you'll have a good time." And she's like, "How so?" And then he's like, "Well, you got to come back to my house to see." And then you go into all the reasons why she actually wouldn't be a good fit, like you are turning around and rejecting her, and then walk away, and then she'll follow you and give you her number. That's the thing of the video.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. I was like, you're not getting me chained to a radiator today, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there ain't no way. Like,
Why can't they at least be
see,
original? I don't understand.
Go ahead,
see,
Caboose.
this is why everyone is so afraid of Nim. Or men. One of the
I got the
very
restriction
many
already. You may as well go
logical,
ahead.
yeah, one of the very logical reasons that men are fucking terrifying.
Yep.
But yeah. I think I had something else to say, but then I sat up and started on one thing and forget. Yeah.
It's okay.
But oh yeah. So dating gurus. I don't really understand. Just dating gurus in general are typically like misogynists, just kind of just generally shitty people. Like, and no, and the guru part like doesn't come from anywhere. Like, there's no spirituality explored. There's no self-discovery. It's just like, hey, let me teach you how to be shitty, but sometimes maybe coerce someone into doing something they don't want to do. Like, just generally, that's the vibe of any dating guru I've ever heard of.
What gets me is that we live in a world with an entire field of psychology and sociology dedicated to relationship studies. Let those people be your goddamn dating guru.
Yeah, for real. Also, like there's less focus on working on yourself until they started calling it look maxing, and then shit just got out of hand and people were dying and
Never
ruining their
listen.
genitalia. Huh?
Never listen to Gen Xers because none of our media would pass the smell test today.
Oh, hell
Every
no.
single one of the big musicians has at least one hit that is absolutely talking about pedophilia.
Yeah,
Or
like
whatever the
like
one for teenagers
I had to
is.
lose Bowie, I had to lose Prince, had to lose
Wait, what?
like
Oh
Prince.
yeah, darling. Prince's wife, he groomed her a lot. I love him. I idolized him, but I have to admit that.
And David Bowie, like it's documented that he uh, th- like had inappropriate relations with a lot of his fans when they were at an inappropriate age.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not so much surprised by Bowie.
it's
Go
pretty
ahead.
safe to assume that anyone who's like hyper focused, like a celebrity, anybody that's hyper focused on by media,
Hmm.
they're doing terrible shit. Just assume anybody that's like put in the spotlight, they're fucking terrible.
Even Stevie had a song. What the fuck did Stevie Wonder do?
No, not. I'm sorry. You have to understand when I say Stevie, look at my face. I mean Nicks.
Stevie
I
Nicks.
would say
Stevie
Wonder.
Nicks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't have a single song from him. He's one of the few that would get passed.
I love the Commodores. I don't remember no bullshit about the Commodores, not a little bit, even. But who knows? It's probably out there.
I don't remember the Commodores, but it like I don't remember a song right off the top of my head, but like I know I like at least one song by them.
Why did I
Wow,
say
I
the
didn't know that.
Commodores? I was thinking. I wasn't thinking Stevie Wonder. I was thinking freaking Lionel Richie. I don't know why I said the Commodores. I was thinking Lionel
Oh,
Richie.
okay.
He started there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, Lionel Richie's not bad, is he?
No,
No.
not that I've heard of.
Oh, phew! Don't break my heart like that.
I grew
Oh
up
my
I
in the
gosh.
middle of the 80s, y'all, right? And I was a big record person to the point where my daddy, you know, those 12 records for a penny, but you got to buy stuff for 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
He completed two of those contracts buying me records through high school.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that.
And I can tell you right now that I am only aware of one song, and it wasn't even released as a single, where the young lady was the one making the sexual decisions. One. And it was
Mm,
man.
of
What
course.
was it?
Joan Jett.
No,
Mm,
I always blank on the name of it. I'm gonna mute and find it, and then I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. But yeah, okay, well there's
actually,
apparently Joan Jett. Huh?
I'm
uh,
not talking about
I
Joan.
no, it wasn't. Love Joan Jett though I do. Yes, she was definitely one of those women that, forged a path, but
Hmm.
there was a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes, and there's a creator that I follow that does the different rock stars and that and their backgrounds and showing this kind of information that we're discussing here. And one of the things they had to say about her is that on more than one occasion during a um not greenery
Uh
fueled, but greenery and other products fueled stuff, inappropriate things were happening to minors.
yeah.
And as a minor herself, she probably wasn't in on it, but she was definitely present. And they kind of were just like, her music it was not okay during that genre, and it was, based around stuff that shouldn't have been happening.
Yeah. Right. Love Above the Ground Floor by Matthew Wilder. Okay. Hello, Virgos. Hello, person who came in for Virgos. And I saw some comrades come in with watermelons and Palestinian flags. Free Palestine. I've been live for 2.5 hours, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank y'all so much for 41K likes. Thank y'all so much for 56 shares. I'm gonna let my panelists do their final words, and we're gonna start with Caboose, and we're gonna go down the line.
Been nice.
Right on. Do you have a mutual aid ask you want to share or anything?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay, right on. Alphabet, please go next.
Just a reminder that it is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Please keep all of us in your thoughts and boost our voices where you can and spread the word. The more we are aware of things, the more we can protect ourselves. Thank you.
Right on. One Eye, what's up?
Hey, I'm a survivor too, so I'll double that. But it's also Autism Awareness Month, and then a lot
Okay.
of other, like, obviously every month has like 3 or 4 awarenesses going on nowadays, which is wonderful. So I'll just say be nice.
Okay. Piper, please go ahead. Hey, Kevin.
I would like to point out that I don't know if you remember, but last year there was murmurings about a National Grape Day, April
Mm-hmm.
24th.
Mm-hmm.
I've already seen 2 different videos that they're talking about that again. So be
Mm.
careful.
Oh, that's terrible. Thank you for sharing.
That's more of like a terroristic threat than something that, like, I mean, it's a terroristic threat and that's like important. But like, yeah, I mean, it's not hard to make a national pew pew day if that's how they want to follow up.
Heck, there we go.
Yeah, it's like you can call a day anything. So it's like, okay, well, National Castrate Men Day. Like, let's
Yeah,
go.
this is where it's incumbent upon men to call out other men for their questionable fucking shit. By the way,
Yeah. Oh, they organized on Facebook. We joined and grabbed their info and sent it to their jobs. Yeah, there you go. It's not like they do things on platforms where we can't figure out who they are. So I'm the least worried about it. Jasmine, go ahead.
I actually wanted to say I should get down. I leave for Mississippi tomorrow and I should take my butt to bed.
Okay. Actually put up your Mississippi thing.
Hold on. I don't have it on this device.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all.
But
Jasmine's gonna be in Mississippi tomorrow, so y'all get up to get down.
Good luck.
Woo!
so you guys will get to talk to me. Thank you so much for letting me hang out with you on a Friday night. This was so dope.
Oh,
Bye,
for sure.
y'all.
I'm glad that we were able to have a chill live too. That I like.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot
this
of people came in, and we got the chance to talk.
this was nice. See you back
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Hmm.
All right, y'all.
Take care,
Make
everybody.
for sure. Make rapists afraid again, and make your politicians afraid of you, not the other way around. Take care.